Welcome into RxAn Talkin Texans Ep.3. Welcome to Houstuan. Yeah, it's a little play on Houston and Tua, but it may not be good. It might not stick. But welcome to Houstuan, and that is the title of Episode 3 here. As we get into our Week 1 matchup of the Jacksonville Jaguars attending the Houston Texans in the Week 1 matchup of Trevor Lawrence versus Tua. Hopefully a matchup of young QBs for the next 10 years, the next great QBs, hopefully, in the AFC South. As we get into this, I said about 3 minutes ahead before we get into the game clips of just me talking about the team and things I'd like to see for each week. And as we continue throughout the season, I'm going to try and add some graphics of stats leaders and MVP leaders and defensive rookies of the year and other stuff like that as we continue during these 3 minutes. So it's a lot more appealing to look at than just this Jacksonville Jaguars Houston Texans screen. But like I said, we got about 2 minutes now left after that long intro to talk about the teams here. As we get in, we'll learn a little bit more about the teams and where they rank and other stuff. But we're kind of just going dry bones into this, kind of predicting what each team's good at. And I think Houston's not going to be too good at anything, but we'll have to wait and see in this Week 1. But Jacksonville's offense is going to be pretty explosive, I'd have to imagine here, with DJ Chark, Laviska Shenault, and new add Larry Fitzgerald at the wide receivers, ETN and Lawrence quarterback and running back. So it's going to be a very explosive unit on offense. And defensively, they got a couple of guys, Josh Allen, Caleb Chase on. C.J. Henderson, couple of corners there. Shaquem Griffin they brought in. So, talented units on both sides there. With this last minute, I'd like to just try and talk about the Houston Texans offense and defense. Tua, let's just see how he adjusts. He's only been in the system for about 4 weeks now, so he's probably not going to have too much knowledge of the playbook, so they're going to keep it small for him tonight and try and incorporate more as the weeks go by. Philip Lindsay won the running back one job. He's going to get bulk carries today and see what he can do with them. Brevin Jordan did win the tight end one job over Jordan Akins, so look for him to be an explosive threat at tight end. Brandon Cooks, Anthony Miller, and Chris Conley ended up being the 3 wide receivers. And the O-line's a little patchwork, but I'm hoping to see what they can bring for us in this game. Defensively, I'd like to see some big games out of our 2 young interiors, Ross Blaylock and Charles Omenihu, as well as Desmond King and Justin Reed, who are both playing for contracts this season. So I'd love to see what they can do for us defensively today. I'm hoping our corners, Terrence Mitchell, and I don't even know who the other guy is. That's just how down bad we are. Our corner can play well. But let's get right on into it, man. Kamai Fairburn here, going to be kicking off to Jacksonville here. Week 1. Let's get it, man. Let's see what this season can bring for the Houston Texans as they look to try and get better each week, I think is our main goal. But here we go. 1st and 10, Trevor Lawrence. First play of the game. And he will drop back and not hand it off to ETN. It was a play action, and that'll be his first career completion to Chris Manhertz at tight end. With now 2nd and 1 here for this Jacksonville offense. Coming out in the gun trips formation, Lawrence will end up handing this thing off to ETN, who's going to skirt outside and get a solid pick of about 12 yards there for the Jacksonville offense. And they are moving and cruising. Did have a little 4-yard setback there on first down, or 3-yard setback on first down. But on 2nd and 13, they recoup it and more as Larry Fitzgerald beats Desmond King on the post route there in the middle of the field. And here on 1st and 10, little gun action here for Lawrence. They were really in the gun, not much under center today were the Jags. And, and then here on this gun play, Lawrence decides to drop back and will hit ETN over the middle with nothing but space and opportunity. That'll bring him up to the 14-yard line there. It is now 1st and 10 for this Houston Texans defense here. Can they get the stop in the red zone here? Would be huge for them. And on 1st and 10, a little motion there from Fitzgerald here as they set in the gun. Lawrence decides to hand this thing off, but Kevin Pierre-Louis comes screaming through for the stop. And here on 3rd and 7, Houston decides to dial up a blitz here. And, it does not get home. Chris Manhertz bullying Lonnie Johnson in coverage, and that'll be a touchdown for Jacksonville. And on the Texans' first offensive drive, just a nice little 3rd and 5 here for Tua. He he's really late to this circle read, which is open, and then he's not. And Donovan Wilson was all over that. And they end up getting that ball back up to the 15-yard line. But it's already 3rd and 12 here, so maybe Houston's defense can stop the bleeding here, get a stop here on defense. And they drop everybody minus 3 people into coverage here on this defensive play. But this is why Trevor Lawrence was the first overall pick, baby. Look at him go. Scrambles like a machine, but will be down at the 1-yard line. And after 2 consecutive QB sneaks that fail, they decided to be smart about it and give it to the big boy up the middle. Big fullback bot in there. And Jacksonville up 14-0 to start this game, and it was looking dire for the Texans. They needed something, and they needed it fast. Tua here on first down. We'll take a nice little simple drop off there to Anthony Miller, who makes one man miss. Great block there by Conley, and he's going to turn this baby up to about the 50-yard line. But here on 3rd and 9, just going to take the dump off there. Threw that a little late to Phillip Lindsay, and he's going to be tackled a couple yards short. But back on defense already. Houston, 3rd and 6, big chance here to get a stop. Lawrence rolls out yet again, who airmails a wide open Laviska Shenault with a little bit of pressure there on the run. And the Houston offense will take back over. But on 1st and 10, Donovan Wilson yet again. Tua sacked on, or was getting hit as he threw that one and airmailed that thing right to the linebacker. But 3rd and 9 now after a couple failed runs for the Jacksonville offense. Big chance here to get a stop here for Houston. And a stop they get. That time the blitz gets home. So they are able to get a punt there. 1st and 5 here after the Josh Allen offsides. And a little play action dialed up here for Tua in the offense. And this one works very well here as Anthony Miller is able to beat Shaquille Griffin down the field, but is tackled immediately. But a solid pickup of 20 yards there. 2nd and 8 now after a 2-yard run by Lindsay on the previous play. Sets them up here at the 42-yard line. And little I form here. Lindsay gets the ball, makes a great cut off the block, and is able to skirt upfield for a good gain there. Phillip Lindsay had a surprisingly really solid game. I think David Culley really should have ran the ball a lot more than he did. Even though they were down, they were really gashing this Jacksonville front quite a few times in that game. But a little play action here. Brevin Jordan gets one up to the 20 or about the 18-yard line there. Solid catch. But on this next play, the most baffling play of the day here from Tua. The other interceptions you can live with, but this one here was just baffling because this is covered up perfectly, but there is a semi-size hole right in the middle that he could have ran through. Instead, throws it into double coverage. Rayshon Jenkins pulls it down, and 14-0 Jacksonville. 2nd and 10 here from the 20, and Trevor Lawrence drops way back, but unloads there to Chris Manhertz up to the 36-yard line, and Jacksonville looks to get moving right away again here. It is 1st and 10 up at the 36 here. The next play, they dial up a beautiful play action here, and Laviska Shenault, just a money catch here on the sideline, up to the 39-yard line after a 4-yard loss, so they're back to the 43 here for 2nd and 14. And Houston finally gets their big break of the day here on this play as it looked like all momentum was going Jacksonville's way. Terrence Mitchell comes up and reads this baby beautifully, and he skirts all the way back to the 30-yard line before being tackled by Trevor Lawrence. And then this was Houston's chance, man. They really needed to put some points on the board here. They were down all game, really needed some momentum to go their way. And a little play action, the pressure got there, but Brevin Jordan makes a nice catch from the under pressure Tua. And on 2nd and 2 here, Tua a little late throwing this ball here, and he's going to get sacked by K'Lavon Chaisson, who just comes free off the edge. He was going to give Brevin a chance there, but didn't have the requisite time to get that one away. And then here on 3rd and 11, just a little dump down to Lindsay, but Miles Jack makes a great tackle there, and they end up settling for 3. Minute 30 left to go here in the second quarter, and Houston really could use a stop here, maybe trying a chance to get the ball back, but a stop they will not get as Larry Fitz beats Desmond King yet again out of the slot on a slant or post route. And now we're up to 1st and 10 here from the 41 for Jacksonville. And Trevor Lawrence will drop back again 20 yards behind the play, but he still uncorks a huge throw to Colin Johnson down the field. The pass rush was really non-existent for Houston in this game. DeMarcus Walker gets in there, but it ends up being a perfect under pressure throw there by Trevor Lawrence. And now with only 20 seconds left here to go in the first half, Jacksonville at the 15 trying to get this one in the end zone here and get it in. They do not. There is Jimmy Moreland, that's our other corner, but he breaks that one up. But here on 2nd and 10, they dial up a beaut, and Trevor Lawrence throws a little hot dot here to Larry Fitzgerald, burning yet again Desmond King in the corner of the end zone. That was the most disappointing part of this game, as I really expected Desmond King to have a solid game, and he was getting burned by 40-year-old Larry Fitzgerald all game. But to start off the second half here, Phillip Lindsay with a solid skirt for about 14 yards. And Houston is moving the ball. We get up to 3rd and 2 now, up at the 47. They need to convert this one. They need it bad. And they're going to do a little fake rollout here. But a beautiful throw from Tua stops, throws lefty up to Anthony Miller, who's going to get this one all the way up to the 26-yard line. As you can see, Tua was 9 of 13 but the 4 of his incompletions, 3 of them were interceptions. That was the main problem. So that was the really big fall of this team here in this one. And then Tua unleashes one to Brevin Jordan. Great tackle by Donovan Wilson there. But Tua comes immediately back here to Brevin Jordan here on 1st and 10 from the 15. And he hits him here. Beautiful throw here from Tua on the out route that Brevin Jordan will end up taking for a touchdown here. Just a beautiful throw from Tua, leads him perfectly. Brevin turns it up. Touchdown, Houston. It's 21-10 now, and Houston is looking to make a solid comeback here. Is on 3rd and 9. Lawrence drops back, and he's going to scramble again. Throws this one to Chark. He runs backwards, breaks Zach Cunningham's tackle, but Kevin Pierre-Louis was right there for it. And as you can see, we are back to that starting screen. Unfortunately, yet again, the recording software fumbled on me again, and it pretty much just glitched on one screen from the rest of the way out on this game. And it was a great game, too, because we ended up making a pretty solid comeback. We got it to we went down the field, I think there, scored 3, stopped the Jaguars. I don't think the Jacksonville Jaguars got a first down in the second half until like 4 minutes to go in the fourth. We just 3-and-out them, and we ended up going field goal to make it an 8-point game, touchdown to make it and then we ended up going for 2 to tie, ended up not getting it, and then we ended up not converting on a 4th and 5 there as the ball came out. I think Brevin Jordan's hands right at the marker on an incomplete pass, and then their first down they got was to seal it when James Robinson broke like 2 tackles to seal the game there. So it was an unfortunate day, but we were able to, I think it ended up being 21-19, but then EA being EA, they ended up disconnecting us at the last second, so I don't even have a box score to make stats and everything from this game, so that kind of sucked too. But that's how it is. So this one kind of sucked. This episode kind of sucks. We didn't get to do everything we really wanted to, but look out, RxAn Talkin Texans episode 4, which will be week 2 versus the Browns, will be coming soon. As soon as I get that game played and get it all edited and stuff. So thank you guys for watching. I'm looking forward to, like I said, this being a fun year and really developing this Texans team. So thank you very much.